What's up, everybody? Shag Dog's back. Another beer review. Wow. Go figure, right? Go figure. Go figure. I want to make this one private, though. There we go. And can I do that? There we go. That should be good. That one should be live though, right? Public. Let's check it. All right, I'm back. Hey, I'm doing yes, indeed, indeed. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Man, this is a beer called Come Out to the Coast, Have a Few Laughs. Bruce Willis, Die Hard. This is by Trophy Brewing Company out of Raleigh, North Carolina. And it's a black IPA. Nothing on Beer Advocate, although I think they got the ABV wrong. Beer Advocate says 7 point something. Untapped. Oh, maybe they're right. It says 7.2% on the can. You got to go with the can. Untapped, it gets a, so they're wrong on the damn ABV. But anyhow, the score is 3.82 out of 5. Yeah, here we go. Another black IPA. You got to love it. There we go. Let's not give it too heavy a pour because the head's big already. How embarrassing, right? Man, look at that head. Holy crap, what the heck's going on here, folks? No Jammer. He is on a vacation trip. So, what can you do, right? But this is I did a beer review like 2 days ago. I figured, I'm on a mini vacation. Might as well do another one. Holy shit, look at that head. I gave it a slow pour. The head was coming out of the can as soon as I opened it, so I don't know. Let's check the date on this. I have a hard time reading that. 12, God, this is 12/14/25. So I'm going to guess that's the born on date. I don't know. But look at that head, not going down. Well, maybe we give it a snifferoonie and tell you what the beer looks like from where it's at. It's not even really totally black. It's kind of like a brown, almost like a brown ale, dark brown ale. You barely see through it, but red hues, red highlights, brownish, maybe a slight darkness in there of black. But hey, thanks to the one comment there. Hey, Super Duper Trump. Hey, buddy, we haven't seen you in a long time. Jammer fan. Yeah, this is starting off as a fiasco already. Look at that head. Well, anyhow, smell. Man, it's 7.2 and it smells it. It smells stronger than that. Well, not really too much. A little roasty, hoppy, a little bit of a piney, maybe a citrus hop in there. I wish it said what hops are in there. I don't think Untapped says. It says they don't know about the IBUs either. It says a black IPA Cascadian Dark Ale, so I'm assuming it has Cascade hops in it. I'm not sure if it has anything else besides that. According to Untapped, Cascadian Dark Ale. Oh. Wow. Yeah, Jammer fan, welcome back. Glad to see you. We haven't seen you in a while. We were just talking about you the other day. All right, let's see if the old finger test works, because sometimes they say the salt in your skin will get it down. It doesn't seem to be working too much, although I just did see it collapse a little bit. Of course, that could be from just the space I put in there. Wow, this is starting off as a fiasco. But I'm going to just try to get through this head. Yeah, Spinner Swallow beer review. Here's to Bruce Willis. Pretty good Black IPA there by Trophy Brewing. Come out to the coast, we'll have some laughs. Out to the coast, we'll have some laughs. I don't know, is that the exact word he said? I thought he had more than that. Anyhow. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the logo, the thumbnail picture. I told my AI to make me look like Hans. Of course, it didn't give me a goatee at first. So I said, well, you got to add the goatee. So now if I had an actual costume where I could dressed up like that, that would have been pretty cool with Bruce right behind me. I tried something different today. I did 2 streams to YouTube, one with the, vertical landscape, and then I put that on private. So later on, maybe I go back in there and make short videos out of it. So hopefully that one is not showing. It probably tricks people though, because they give me, by the time you get in there and make it private, it gave me 2 notifications live. So if someone clicked on that one, they probably went to it and said, well, this ain't working. So that's kind of a bad way to do it. Maybe I should just use something like CapCut or something to do short videos. StreamYard really screwed us the way they do short videos now. You're only allowed to do 6 generations a month. And I pay quite a bit of money for StreamYard. I can't believe. Before you could just do as many as you want. If I want to keep, not from the same video, it only let you do the one video once, I believe, for a generation. But they made like 10 videos. Now it's like a generation. And it only makes 4 short videos. And then if you don't like them, you got to use another generation to make 4 other ones. It's horrible. Anyhow, back to the beer. Very good. I love black IPAs. It just has the IPA, the hoppiness of an IPA. A little bit of piney, a little bit of citrus hoppiness in there. But just that roastiness of the malts and the roasted malts, man, just makes it more bearable, right? Yeah. Right, John McClane? Yeah. Yeah, somehow I can't get my lighting right today. It's like I got the silhouette thing. It's just not working today for some reason. Maybe that front light I need to pull closer. I don't know. Maybe that's doing it. I don't know what's doing it. Just don't know. Yeah, what else? Yeah, nice beer. My second black IPA that I got from North Carolina, from my March trip to North Carolina. It's hard to find black IPAs around here. I think in the last 2 or 3 years, I probably only had one black IPA. Very good. Very, very good. Yeah, what would I give this? With the hops and the roasted barley or roasted malts, masking it pretty good. It's easy to drink. And what I say it was 7.2%. 7.2% ABV. Mask that a little bit too, pretty well. I mean, it seems like a 6 or 7% ABV, but it's pretty good, easy to drink. A little bit of hoppiness, but like I said, it's masked by the roasted malts, roasted barley, whatever they use. Pretty good. I'm going to give this A- and a swaff. A- and a swaff. Hey, Jammer fan. I saw you earlier, then you left. What's up, buddy? We were talking about you the other day, like, where's Jammer fan? I said, he hadn't even replied to me on Facebook since March. We thought you, retired. All right, let's get the rest of this beer in here since I couldn't get the whole damn thing or that big head I had. There we go. Yeah. Now the funny thing is if I have used StreamYard to do make automatic short video, it's weird with pictures, face pictures, because it'll zoom in on this, it'll zoom in on this up here. It's kind of weird how it does it. Jammer fan, we missed you. We miss your comments and your involvement with the beer channel. Hope everything's going well. Same old with me and Jammer. Jammer is actually on a trip. I don't know if he wants me to mention that, but he is on a trip right now to Jamaica. So he took a little family trip to Jamaica. He said he's going to try to do a couple beer reviews down there. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. He just left today, so I'm sure he should be there by now if he was leaving out of Florida. I think he was leaving around 8, 9 in the morning. Yeah, he should be there by now. So, and I'm on a little mini vacation. Took a 5-day weekend. I did beer reviews on my first day off, I think, Sunday. Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night, my first night off. Sunday night, what's today? Monday? Yeah, I figure why not? But my sleep schedule's all screwed up right now, so overnight shifts and then drinking on Saturday night and last night, God, I slept for about, anyhow, my sleep schedule's all screwed up. I figure, I might as well drink some beer, then go to bed. What you got there, Jammer? I'm back in the beer. You're back in the beer business, huh? Well, that's good. That's good. So technically, you never left. You just took a little sabbatical, right? You're never out of the beer business until you're actually out. It's like the hokey pokey. You got to put your left foot in. You put your left foot out. You put your left foot in, and you drink it all about. Anything else, man? Die Hard movies, right? I mean, the first one was obviously the best. The second one's kind of nostalgic. It's the winter airport in D.C. Wasn't as good as the first one, but I think that's the second best one. The rest of them I never really cared too much for. Die Harder, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Wait, Die Harder was part 2, right? I think. Die Harder with a Vengeance, Die Hard with a Hard On, Die Hard with this, Die Hard with that. I just never got into the rest of them. But good beer. Bruce Willis would be proud of this beer if he was capable of drinking it and giving a review. He probably would like it. Unfortunately, Bruce Willis, I forget what it's called. He has, I think it's some form of dementia, isn't it? What a horrible way to go, right? Hey, cheers, PA Brew News. Oh, PA Brew News and Jammer fan both here today. Jammer would be astounded. Yet he is in Jamaica. So I'm really the one having a good time, not Jammer. Mm-hmm. Yep, Yippi Kay Yay motherfucker. I probably spelled that wrong. I put it in the damn description for the video, but I probably spelled it wrong. Good beer, though. So far, I've had 2 beers by these guys. Trophy Brewing Company out of Raleigh, North Carolina. I can't find these down here, I don't believe. I haven't seen any Trophy beers. They might be around here. I don't know. Only being, 3.5 hour drive away or something like that. 4-hour drive. You figure I'd have more. Yep, Jamaica me crazy. Oh, Jammer. I told him if I won the Powerball Saturday night, I was just going to surprise him down there in Jamaica, but I didn't win, so. I'm sure his wife wouldn't have been too thrilled if I just show up at their hotel. Hey, I'm here. But I guess if she found out I won the lotto and realized I'm giving part of it to Jammer, she'd probably be happy. Um, Jennifer, I saw your message on Facebook too. I did see your first message on here, but I kind of got delayed. Sometimes that message thing when we first start the videos, you're concentrating on this and the beer, and you're not. The message thing's like way up here in the top right hand corner. They do have an option to put it right here on the screen, but it's so damn small, can't even read it. It's like, man, they should have that as big as the little name thing down here. If I wanted to put comments on the screen, it should be that damn big. For as much money as we pay for the StreamYard thing. I mean, they do have some good features, but you want me to link you, huh, Jammer fan? PA Brew News, you want a link? I don't know if everybody wants a link. I can't remember. It's been so long, I can't remember how to do it. Hold on. I just hit something off here. Come on, get off my screen. Here we go. Getting the link for you, Jammer fan. PA Brew News, I'll send one to you too, just in case. All right. Oh, wrong one. Where are you at, Jammer fan? Damn, why is it not copying and pasting? There we go. And then PA Brew News, I'll send you one also, just in case. You're probably working or on an adventure. I'll send it to Paul's Paintings. That's the only one I have on Facebook, I believe, as far as Messenger. There you go. And anybody that watches us, our 6 to 12 viewers, Jammer fan. I don't think Jammer fan has a YouTube channel or anything, but PA Brew News has Paul's Paintings and PA Outdoor Couple. PA Outdoors Couple. Look them up. All right, let's get back to the video. So sent a link. I guess I'll have to slow down on my beer because I know Jammer fan likes to talk. I don't want to be sitting here with an empty beer. What the hell? Oh, okay, cool. And it's really funny. I uploaded a short video the other day, and I accidentally sent it to my other Die Better. Here, you can sit on Jammer's side. Die Better. What's up, man? Where the hell you been?
Just like working slowed down, but yeah, I was working, man.
We thought you got mad at us because we were probably drunk and said something about you, and you saw it, and you're like got depressed, and so fuck those guys.
No, it's cool. I did a lot of traveling, visited some family. I'm glad I did it before prices of airlines and stuff like
that. Yeah, the economy is doing pretty well, huh?
Oh yeah, it's a fucking golden age, buddy. Hey, let's talk about Die Hard, man. I know a lot about Die Hard. I'm always listening to movie podcasts, and I recently listened to these guys that they reviewed the first 3 Die Hards. They kind of consider the first 3 to be the real Die Hards. It really kind of went off the rails when they had that Justin Long, that Mac kid from the Mac and PC commercials. It was 2010 or somewhere in there. I mean, maybe 2010. It was called Die Hard, or like Live Free or Die Hard. You remember that? It was Die Hard 4.
Was Samuel Jackson in that one or something?
No, Samuel Jackson's in number 3. That's Die Hard with a Vengeance. And that's the one that like still counts as a Die Hard movie, because that movie's pretty badass, dude. It's like, it's basically Hans Gruber, his brother, is the like antagonist of Die Hard 3. He's the bad guy, right? So he's trying to get revenge on John McClane by sending him on all these crazy. He's like, Simon Says go. They have to like go. You remember that part? Have you seen it? Have you seen Die Hard 3?
Yeah, I've only seen it once though, so I can't remember it.
Yeah. Well, there's this part where they have to weigh. There's like 3 jugs of water. It's a famous part of the movie. They have to like somehow solve this riddle. Like there's all these like riddles they have to solve. It's like you have 2 gallons in one bucket and X amount of gallons in the other bucket. How do you get 5 gallons in a thing? And they have like 3 minutes or something's gonna blow up. And there's this part where they drive through Central Park. like they have to beat the traffic because they only have like 10 minutes to get to this bomb. So there's this. It's one of the only times they've ever let somebody drive a car through Central Park, because now you can do it with CGI or something. But they actually drove a taxi cab through Central Park, and like we're like jumping off like hills and shit with it. So the practical effects in it are cool. There was a Die Hard 5 that barely anybody watched. I can't even remember the name of the actual like name, you know, because each Die Hard.
Die Hard 5.
Yeah.
Let's check. A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah, it's got Jai Courtney, right? Jai, and then the Courtney, is that one of the? It's Bruce Willis and Jai Courtney.
Yeah, Jai Courtney.
He's kind of a B actor, action star guy. He's just got one of those big chins, and he looks kind of actiony, but he's kind of a wooden actor. And then, so you obviously know Bruce Willis's current health situation, right?
Jai Courtney, right there. There's Jai Courtney right there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called that he has, but it's some form of dementia or something, right? I think. Or
yeah, he can't. At this point, he can't talk.
Can't talk.
He has trouble understanding things. He first started getting symptoms when he did A Good Day to Die Hard. That was like, so he ended up doing a lot of bad movies for money.
Oh,
when he
yeah.
knew that his health was declining, he just started doing any movie that he could. There's a genre of movies called geezer teasers. They're meant to fool dads into thinking that it's a good movie. So Bruce Willis would be in he'd get $1 million to be in 5 minutes of some like European movie. They'd film something in like Croatia or some shit.
Yeah.
Really on the cheap, and they'd have Bruce Willis in there for 5 minutes, but he'd be on the front of the DVD, right? It'd be Bruce Willis. It's like Alien Wrangler starring Bruce Willis or whatever, and then the dads are like, "Oh shit, Bruce Willis!" It's called a geezer teaser because it's meant to go after dads who don't really know a lot about movies. Like they're not like reading fucking Reddit every day, right?
Yeah, they see Bruce Willis, they're thinking action, good action movie.
Yeah. They think, "Oh shit, Bruce Willis, Aliens, I'm down for this." And then the movie fucking blows. Bruce Willis is in it for 5 minutes. He couldn't remember his lines at that point, so they had an earpiece in his ear, and they were feeding him the lines of what to say.
Like the last president.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Previous president. Yeah. Oh, it's true. I mean.
All right. Well, what about the previous president, or I mean the current president?
The previous of that
all the time.
The current president.
So Biden was getting fed lines. Trump is getting fed hamburgers and falling asleep. I don't know which one's worse.
Has he fallen asleep? I haven't seen him fall asleep. Has he fallen asleep?
So in the past 2 or 3 weeks, there's been, even Fox News has at least referenced it, but they try to avoid showing bad things. But he's in the middle of like all his like cabinets behind him, and he's on the executive chair, and then just boom, he falls asleep. And it's not AI, it's not fake, it's real. I mean, Biden fell asleep too, so I'm just saying that Trump is about to turn 80, and he's not exactly like a spring chicken.
How old is Trump?
He's gonna turn 80 next month.
Wow, he's 79.
79.
Well, I think really for presidency, even Congress for that matter, age limit to be elected probably about 72, and that's it. And it's a 4-year term, you're done at 76. You know. Because I don't want to have discrimination, because there's some 70-year-olds that are quite capable, but once you're in your 80s, I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you watch Fox News Business, but there's I think her last name is Beltrano or something, but there's this lady that has big glasses. She's got these huge glasses,
kind of reddish hair.
And she's interviewed Trump a couple times over the past few weeks, saying, "What about affordability? What about gas?" And he's like, he's several times, and he's admitted this with Brett Baer and Hannity. He said, like, there was a quote. He would think he was on the White House lawn with the helicopter behind her, like that kind of shot. But they asked him, do you think about the average American when you're doing this stuff, like like their financial situation when you're doing the war? And he was like, "I never think about their financial situation. I would never think about it." And then he went on to repeat that many times, and he's had a lot of gas lately. He's had a lot of quotes that even Fox News is showing of him just saying he doesn't care if we have high gas prices. He said his main goal is that Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon. Yet back in June of last year, it was Operation Midnight Hammer. It was the 12-day war where we supposedly blew up all their their stuff. And now the stuff is back. Well, then he's either lying about what happened in June, or they just don't even know what's going on and they're incompetent. And he's calling it nuclear dust. He's like, we need their nuclear dust. We have to get all the nuclear dust out of there. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I think some.
Well, how the hell we go from Bruce Willis to Trump, Jammer fan?
All right, well, let's talk about Die Hard again. Sorry. When you mentioned the Biden earpiece thing, I was you mentioned Biden's earpiece because we were talking about Bruce Willis.
Being fed lines, yeah.
This time it was your fault, check out. So don't blame that on me.
I just went to one person that was fed lines before.
All right. Yeah, as you can tell, I've been watching a lot of liberal anger news, so I'm just like I have lots of talking points.
Yeah, I am leaning more towards being a libertarian, actually.
Actually, so I'm a registered independent, and I kind of lean towards libertarianism a little bit. There's part of it that's unrealistic because true libertarianism is like you got to build your own roads. Like the government doesn't even build roads. They don't. Like you need your own sanitation plants. You need to build your own roads. Like the government doesn't do anything. In true libertarianism, it's like
that's okay if there's no taxes. If we're not getting a bunch of crazy taxes, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in libertarianism, there's no taxes. True libertarianism, but you would have to pay if you wanted to have a military to protect where you live. You would probably have to like pay some kind of subscription fee or something. You have to subscribe to the United States Army or whatever. So I think the libertarianism that like Ron Paul and Rand Paul practice is like more because they're like pro marijuana, pro guns, pro like small government, pro like they don't think there should be a lot of regulation. They don't think the government should be in your business. So I don't think that like Rand Paul has kind of voted against the Republicans a couple times saying, hey, you guys are overstepping. He didn't like ICE because he said, look, you can't just detain people without due process, without like anything like that.
Hey,
so I think
it sounds like libertarianism is a combination of left wing or socialism mixed with conservatism coming together.
Not necessarily socialism. It's just saying that the government shouldn't be so powerful that they could jail you without due process, without any rights.
But your own community helps each other out. You don't have to get taxed, but you got to help each other out. A little socialism in there too, huh?
I don't think that's socialism. So there's community and there's socialism. Socialism is taking over the means of production, kind of like communism, right? You're basically taking government money to pay for everything. Community is when like, hey, you just ran out of vegetables, but I had a bumper crop on my veggies this year. So what if I trade you some squash for some ammo? And let's say if you're sick and you can't go out to harvest your food or you can't do this or that, the community can come in and help. It's more like health insurance, but like instead of paying into it with money, you're paying into it with your own labor, right? Your just community is like you help each other out, right? There's no like it's just bartering system. I mean, bartering has been around since the biblical times. Like, I'll trade you this for that, you know?
Yeah, I'll trade you pussy for that chicken. Yeah, something like that.
That is true. But no, like, so when a father would send his daughter to get married, the father on the other side of the father of the son would have to send over livestock and stuff as like
2 cows or whatever it is.
Yeah. So you're saying trading pussy, that's a crude way to say it, but yeah, I mean, realistically, that's what's happening.
I mean, I'm saying a hooker, you ain't got money to give me, but okay, I'll be happy with the chicken if you want this kitty cat.
And community is like love thy neighbor. Your neighbor broke his leg, now he can't go out and get his food. You're gonna help him till his leg heals, hoping that if you break your leg, that he would help you the same way, right? Love thy neighbor. That's all it is.
God, can't trust people though.
Well, maybe you could back in the biblical times. I don't know. Maybe it was back.
I don't know. Maybe your immediate family, just like nowadays. Really, you can only trust your immediate family. Really.
Sure, but if your whole immediate family has cholera or they have dysentery and everybody's sick, it's just nice to have a community. That's why you live in a village of people. That
would be nice to have a good Samaritan in a village, right? Good Samaritans.
Well, I mean, the point is that everybody's a good Samaritan. The point is that everybody puts in equally. And I don't think that's socialism. Socialism would be like Bernie Sanders saying that we need universal health care, that we need all these welfare programs, all this and that. socialism is the idea that we're going to take from rich people and we're going to redistribute it to the poor, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to tax, like Shag Dog, we're going to tax you really heavily. Then we're going to take that money that we taxed you, and then we're going to give that to needy people.
Give it to people who don't work, that are lazy.
Well, I mean, maybe they're lazy, maybe they're disabled, maybe they have a mental illness and they can't get a job, maybe the job market sucks, maybe they're unskilled because they grew up in the hood and that's all they knew. I mean, there's lots of things besides this.
But still, if you're unskilled, I'm unskilled, I still work. I'm not really skilled at anything.
Yeah, you still work, but you're a smart guy. You were in the service, like, you know, I don't think of you as just like some person who's like, you know, not like mentally couldn't do a job. But I realized that you just had to like just get some like crappy jobs. Yeah, you're working for your food, your shelter, and everything, and that's commendable. But community is not socialism, though. It's just everybody chipping in. If you're rich, you don't have to chip in more than anybody else. I mean, it's just like if everybody in the village is bartering or doing whatever. I mean, ideally, if you're rich, you would be hopefully investing in your community, thinking that, okay, my businesses I have will do even better.
Trickle down effect.
Yeah. And I think trickle down effect in a small scale works. It's harder when you have an apparatus as big as the U.S. government and as big as the U.S. economy. How do you even measure who that trickles down to?
And the corporations and the greedy corporations too.
Yeah, I mean, corporations are kind of a problem right now. And, you know, the GOP likes to deregulate on that stuff. I don't think regulations are socialism. I think that like capitalism with guardrails is the best, because it's saying, no, it's not socialism, it's capitalism, but you can only go so far. Like, you can't just dump toxic sludge in rivers and do all this.
Right. Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like there's a limit at what you can do, and you can only be so evil. Like, the reason that they were the trust busters in the early, you know, all like the stuff that went on with the Rockefellers and everything in like 100 years ago in the early 20th century, was because they got out of control. They were forming monopolies. They were really just being abusive to the economy and stuff. It was just like massive wealth inequality. So, and we're kind of getting back to that. I mean, does Elon Musk really need to be a trillionaire? I mean, does anybody need to have $1 trillion? So $1 billion is 1,000 millions. $1 trillion is 1,000 billions. So he'll have $1,000 billion. So
I agree that's part of the system. I mean, even the athletes, all these athletes are paid millions upon millions of dollars. Why? I mean, yeah, they're provided entertainment. Are they provided that much entertainment? But then you got the owners. That's why they make so much, because they complain, well, the owners are making as much. We want a bigger share. It's a big messed up system. We really need Planet of the Apes to happen.
Yeah, or we just need like to come together as a country. Like I'll talk to you and Jammer about politics, and I don't get mad. I'm not like, oh, stupid shit. Like, you know, I'm not like, you know, we're at a war as a country right now. But if we could like unite on a common ground, like back in the 50s and 60s, people had a rule: no talking about religion, no talking about politics. Like if you were like, it was just known. You just didn't talk about politics. You just went and voted. That's why voting is supposed to be secret. You just go and you vote and you do your thing. But people were more united back then, I think. Like there was this American spirit. Like people would say, even if I didn't vote for the president, like there's people that didn't like Nixon or didn't like Reagan, but they still said, that's my president, that's my leader. They still accepted that, like, you know, like this is my president. Like, so I have to be respectful of the president. There was like a respect for the office, and Americans liked each other. There was an American spirit. Americans would lift each other up, you know? And I think I don't think we got to do Planet of the Apes, because Planet of the Apes is not going to be fun. That's going to be like a lot of people dying. And that's kind of where we're headed, because, you know, there's overpopulation, there's lots of problems.
That fit right into Bill Gates's plans and some of those other people, right? Depopulation.
I don't know. I mean, we don't need to get too deep in the woods on like Illuminati conspiracies and stuff. Well, I'll circle back to Die Hard, but I think that there should be dialogue between left and right to be like, there's shit that's fucked up and we gotta fix it. And we should take a break from trying to kill each other. You know? Yeah. So yeah, the first 3 Die Hard movies, Shag Dog, those are considered better ones. A Good Day to Die Hard is such a piece of shit movie that it's not even worth watching.
Do some of Hans lines when he runs into Hans and you got a cigarette? Oh, you know
Or
those
he's like,
lines.
he's like, nice try, Hans. Like when he's like trying to fake do his cowboy accent, because
Yeah,
Hans Gruber at one point he's like, oh hey, I'm an American. Remember
yeah,
John McClane comes across him and then he gets
yeah.
Hans Gruber has the empty gun and he thinks he's gonna shoot John McClane and there's no bullets.
Right.
The biggest villain in the movie is that Dutch guy with the long hair that has that crazy
Oh,
looking
the long blonde hair, and Bruce
the
kills
long blonde hair.
his brother. He's really pissed. And
Yeah. He looks like some kind of German fashion model and stuff. It's funny. There was a time in cinema where all the bad guys were like European. They were like
right.
some kind of like Euro terrorists or whatever.
Or the Chinese guy that's in that particular movie too. He plays similar characters in every movie I saw him, and he had that mustache, the Oriental, Asian. I can't say Oriental anymore, right?
I know what you're talking about. There's a part where he smashes the thing to get some snacks. They have like some movie, like M&Ms or something. Yeah, I've seen that one Chinese guy. So yeah, I don't know how he got on that crew. They had like all these Dutch supermodel looking guys, and there's this one fucking Chinese guy. He's probably got good aim. And he's good at math. They're like, we need somebody who's good at math.
Yeah, he probably did one good roundhouse kick. Okay, that's our Bruce Lee. He's on the team.
Yeah, he has the martial arts ability. No, but yeah, the original movie's classic. Hans Gruber goes like, we have $1 billion in non-negotiable bearer bonds. Like there's something called bearer bonds.
Man, you sound more like Sean Connery doing it. That would have been good with Sean Connery playing that part, I guess.
But Sean Connery would be more like, I'm tired of this John McClane. I'd like to have my money, please.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Well, yeah, no, Sean Connery in there. I can't really do an English person that good. Like Alan Rickman is very like,
You got to think of his Harry Potter character a little bit.
I never saw any of the.
But turn it into German. Oh no. Okay.
Never saw him, but I'm laughing at because there's a Harry Potter show now on HBO, and Alan Rickman's passed away. His character Snape from the Harry Potter movies, they recast Snape as a black person for the HBO series. And all the Harry Potter fans are mad, and there's this meme called Black Snape. Somebody did an AI video where he's on a broom, but it's a lowrider broom. He's flying it, but the back of the broom is touching the ground. He's got this like gun, and he's like doing gangbangs in the hood on this broom. But no, so there's also a lot of outcry for this, the Odyssey movie. So Christopher Nolan, he did Dark Knight, did these movies. He's taking Homer's Odyssey, like the original poem, like the original like story, right? Like everyone knows that in middle school. And he decided to take a feminist gay look on it. So he's casting Helen of Troy, which in the movie Troy 2004 with Brad Pitt, I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
In the story, she's like a beautiful blonde woman. She quote unquote has a face that sent 1,000 ships or something. She's really beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And so they casted this like very, very dark skinned African American woman for Helen of Troy, who just looks like, I don't want to be like offensive to the audience or anything. I just like they picked a very ugly woman who is in the book. Helen of Troy was described as fair skin and golden hair, and they just have like basically an African tribal looking person as Helen of Troy on purpose because they're switching all the roles.
And Nolan, who makes this movie? Who's directing it?
Nolan. His last
Nolan
movie was Oppenheimer. Was his last movie that he did.
I didn't know he was so woke.
Well, he's usually not, but they say this might be one of his last movies that he wants to make. He's just made a lot of really successful movies, and he's just tired of it. And so he's been criticized for not having enough women, gay people, and black people in his movie. So he's
like, whoa, hey, well, I'll show you, right? Yeah, that's what it is.
He cast a trans woman as Achilles. You know who Achilles is, right? He was played by Brad Pitt. He's supposed to be the baddest ass warrior of all time.
They got a trans woman playing Achilles?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And what's a female to male trans person?
Now, I would have been all right with the character that Achilles gets with, the slave girl. If they made her a trans, I'd be okay with that one.
Well, you should go on your phone and just type in Odyssey casting, and it'll show you. I think it's Elliot Page. You remember Elliot Page? It was Ellen Page, and she was in that Juno movie, and then she got a trans surgery to become Elliot Page. But if you just say like, just type in Odyssey casting, it'll
Odyssey
probably
casting.
There's a bunch of.
The Odyssey has a cast of 30
Elliot
actors.
Page, yeah. Oh,
Here
yeah,
are the
yeah.
first
I remember.
3. Elliot Page,
Yeah, I remember
Matt
her.
Damon, and Zendaya.
What other movie she played in? I can't remember when she was a girl.
Yeah, but it's not Zendaya. It's like Lupito Nyong'o or something is the woman that plays Helen of Troy. You may have to like look at it. There's a bunch of articles where there's a bunch of art outrage. There's like a million
Right.
articles and stories. And
Fun. Jammer will love it.
either way, it's like they're putting as much. They're making everybody gay, trans, different races than they're supposed to be. Like, and for no reason. It's not like, oh, this character would be. This is written as like a black character, and they're gonna have like a hip hop soundtrack because Christopher Nolan wanted this rapper called Travis Scott to play the bard. So there's going to be what they call trap music, which is a type of rap music. There's going to be interludes of rap, and this is supposed to be like a Greek. This is supposed to be like a Greek Odyssey, like a Greek adventure story. And we got like trans people and rappers. And he said there was no orchestras, so his soundtrack is going to be a combination of rap music and gongs, like bells and gongs, and it's just like, I don't know, man. He's going off the fucking rails. He's like,
It'll probably do well too. It would be the bad thing. It's probably gonna do well in the theaters, probably.
See, all that woke stuff is tanking though. Like all Disney Star Wars shows, all this stuff.
Oh yeah, Acolyte.
Yeah, it was all like they're like, let's make an all-women Star Wars.
Yeah, even Ashoka or whatever got her. You got the 3 girls. I'm like, it's just too much, man. Where the hell's the men heroes like we used to have? Where's Bruce Willis?
Yeah, and you can have a male and a female hero. That's great, but when you just say no straight white men are allowed ever, and that's what they're doing. They're saying straight white men are bad, and we want them out.
Yeah. So it's not even old straight white men now. Now it's all straight white men.
I guess it used to be old straight white men. Now it's just like you can have a white man, but he has to be gay, right?
It has to be gay, transgender, bisexual.
You could have a straight black man because that's okay because he's black. He doesn't need. It's like they have a checklist that they're just checking off, and now they also need Asian people. Pacific Islanders is a big thing. Hulu one time had a category. They did Pacific Islander Month, which they highlighted just movies with Pacific Islanders. It's getting to the point where it's not in good faith. They're not like, oh, everything should be more diverse so we have an equal society. It's like they're trying to pander to these demographics and let's make it gay and trans and everything. But people don't want that. Even gay, trans, and women are saying this is just obviously just trash and just. They're not even casting actors based off their acting ability. They're casting actors because, oh, you look the part. You know, this is the demographic we need. And that just makes a bad show because they're not focusing on writing and doing a good story. They're just focusing on making it performative and doing all this stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, I mean, I understand minorities complaining because back in the day, you'd have one black show.
All white, yeah. It was like
you'd have the Cosbys or maybe the one with Urkel or 427. You had a couple of shows that were black, but no Hispanic shows at all. You didn't have interracial mix. I mean, well, the Jeffersons had white people in it, which is good. I mean, but I mean, still, if your population, if you're only 12 or 13% of the population, should you be having 50% of the shows? And should white people be delegated down to like 10 or 20% because you want to, cater to minorities? I don't know.
I mean, and things should be diverse, man. I don't want to see just all white people. But when you take a role, so somebody said it would be like if you had Ryan Gosling play Martin Luther King. And like a Martin Luther King biopic, or have Ryan Reynolds or just some like goofy white actor play. Like it's like, it's like because Helen of Troy is supposed to be a fair-skinned, golden-haired type of goddess, and they're trying to subvert that and switch it around or whatever. And it's like offensive to some people that like that like story or whatever. They're like the original. This is like it's considered the first story, right?
Yeah.
So the author intended for these characters to look like this, and unless you have like a really good reason to change it, like let's say you have a white actor role, but Morgan Freeman wants to play the part, and you're like, shit, Morgan
Abraham
Freeman
Lincoln.
This, he's going to play Abraham Lincoln. You're just like, all right, he's so good, let's let him play Lincoln.
He's
right?
he's gonna do a good job, but
yeah. Let's let him do it. But they just found some African-looking lady with the darkest skin possible to just piss off everybody on purpose. Like Christopher Nolan said, he's trying to make a feminist, gay, lesbian version of the Odyssey. He like said that, and I'm just like, dude, if you're starting off, if that's your attitude, and he says he wants it to be more of a like protest than a movie. So he's not trying to make it a good movie. He's trying to make it as a protest piece to be like, everything you do is what. And that's not even a movie then. That's just, and the studio gave him $250 million to basically make like.
So who's producing it?
One of the big studios like Paramount or something like that. I mean, it's a big, huge studio because
it is probably Paramount Plus. They got that weird woke Star Trek shit and all that kind of stuff too.
Oh yeah, the Star Trek shit. I've watched some videos on that, dude. They had somebody. So it takes place in the year 3000, even further ahead than the other Star Treks. Like they got robots flying around and shit, right? But then they have somebody in a wheelchair, like a classic use your hands wheelchair. They have like a retarded trans person in a wheelchair on the show, just because. And it's like in the future, couldn't they like? Why are they making this retarded trans person like manually? Like you can tell they're trying to go up this incline and they're like fucking struggling. Meanwhile, people are on hover scooters and shit fucking going by, and it's like what the fucking fuck?
Oh,
and then there's just actress Tig Notaro. Have you ever heard of her? She's really annoying. Tig Notaro. Okay, well you're lucky. She's an annoying lesbian woman that's a comedian, but she's just annoying. In my opinion, she's annoying, right? And so they put her in a gay relationship with a lizard, not a person, and somehow the lizard is female, so she's having a lesbian, it's a space lizard. She's fucking scissoring a fucking space lizard.
Wait, how big is the lizard?
Pretty big, like human size. It's really.
I mean, is it a lizard humanoid type creature or like a lizard?
Yeah,
like
it stands on its back legs, right? But it's obviously it's a horrible, hideous live. And they're like, "What are we gonna do for dinner?" And they kiss and stuff. And I'm like, "What the fucking fuck, man? This isn't Star Trek. This is some fucking kind of."
That's weird.
And oh, dude, so it got such bad fucking reviews and such bad like viewership that they only were getting 20,000 views an episode on Paramount Plus when they had it. And let me put it this way, like even an episode of like just somebody watching The Office on Peacock or something, they'll get like 300,000 views or something. Even on a show that's been around, like everybody hated it really bad. But they had already shot season 2. So season 2 is already in the bucket. So they're still gonna have a second season. And it's really awful, man. It's like but people don't like forced diversity. Like, so they made Snow White Puerto Rican in the last Snow White live action movie. They decided, let's go with the Latina Snow White. And everybody got mad and nobody saw it because, there's been like, why change the race for no reason? Then they did Black Little Mermaid and that crashed too. Do you remember that? Probably not, but
I don't watch any of that shit.
They did, and then they did Aladdin, and they did a Black Genie. They put Will Smith in there, and Will Smith's awesome. Well, kind of. He's kind of fallen off, but
speaking of Will Smith,
he's slapping people around. He's doing shit.
Now, me and Jammer talked about. Jammer was talking about some of this stuff too, with the movies and shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I came across a video. I was telling Jammer, I said, "Well, actually, I saw Will Smith back in." When the Superman with Brandon Routh or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Brandon Routh, yeah.
They offered that role to Will Smith, and his reply was, why would a black man want to be a white, historical hero,
Yeah.
Why would so I told Jammer, I said, that's probably about the smartest thing Will Smith probably ever said.
It'd be like having Denzel Washington play George Washington. He's a great
Right.
actor. But you can see, could you imagine with the curly white wig and he's just like, I'm George Washington.
And owning slaves.
Yeah. Oh, that would be bad. But we're so I don't know why they just want to switch everything around. I think it's like they feel good about themselves, and these people like I've seen this video. It was the premiere for Starfleet Academy, which is that show we're talking about, and all the actors showed up, and there's not a single straight one of them. They're wearing like pink tuxedos and have like rainbow hair, and everybody's just like, and you're just like, okay, well, that's how these shows are getting made so bad, because it's from these like California like leftist maniacs. Like there's a Democrat, right? But then there's like California leftist maniacs who are like, everything needs to be trans, all kids need to be trans, like everything needs to be gay. And it's like, whoa. Like there's a difference between me being tolerant and being like, hey, whatever anybody does on their own time in their bedrooms, their business. But then if you're having like 8,000 parades a year and you're doing drag time story hour in the library and all this shit with kids in schools are like, oh yeah, you can be gay, you can be trans, so what gender do you want to be? It's like, whoa. It's like, I think that it went from 0 to 60 too fast, and now there's a backlash, right?
Yeah.
Because
I think so, because when they say gays and Jews have always controlled Hollywood, and if you look back to some of those old 50 movies, there were a little bit of gayness in some of those movies, but they didn't kiss some other dude or anything. But the leading character, even though he was kissing a woman or holding a woman, he like, well, that guy's got a little sugar in his tank,
Yeah. But anyways, back to Die Hard, Shag Dog. So,
back to Die Hard.
we have to mix. So this is like when you add a little pork to your ground beef that you're going to make your meatloaf with, which I guess that's the move, adding a little pork to your ground beef and then you make a meatloaf. I enjoy a good meatloaf, but we're going to add some Die Hard back into this mix, Shag Dog. And then I actually have there's a limited edition spring seasonal that PBR just came out with, and I happen to have a can in my fridge, so I could do a beer review to you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll set that up for the next one. You want me to go ahead and set the next one up? And what's it called, actually?
So it's called it's their pickle beer. Have you heard of this beer? It's
yeah,
with Brio pickles.
Yeah, someone sent me a picture of that. Oh, too bad I drank my pickle beer the other day. That would have been a good matchup.
I saw that video. Yeah. Oh well, but it's like it's called Brio's pickle, and it's just got this like it's just a pickle version. It's PBR. It's basically PBR with pickle bread.
All right, yeah, I'll set that up. And I got pale ale to drink, so that'll go good together, I guess.
Good.
All right, I'll send you the link. Don't disappear now.
I won't, man. I'm pretty sober right now. Actually, I've just kind of been talking to you. It's like,
all right.
All right, cool, man. All right.
Send you a link in a second. Hey, thanks for watching Spitter Swallow Beer Review, Shag Dog, and the return of
aka Jammer Fan.
Yeah, aka Die Better, Die with a Heart On.
Die with a heart on, yeah. I guess, like, yeah, you could. You take Viagra and then die right away. Like, or the
that's what
gives you a heart attack.
Almost that last movie. That's what it sounded like. Die Harder. Yeah. Die Hard.
No, Die Hard. No, it's Die Hard 2. Die Harder. Maybe we'll talk about more Die Hard in the next video. Let's save it. We'll save it.
All right. Maybe we'll forget about that shit. Hopefully.
All right.
All right. Thanks for watching Spitter Swallow Beer Review.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, man.
Oh, I gotta do an outro video. Shit. Hey, thanks for watching Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Shag Dog, Jammer Fan, join me. No Jammer, but we'll see you in the next one. Subscribe now. Do it.